my beautiful buddies, it is I, Rosebud, and today we are going to be doing something a little fun. I have compiled like my must-have mods and like really basic CC that I feel like will make a difference in anybody's games, and I will show you my like Tumblr page when I'm done, because I kind of like redid it a little bit. I gave myself a new theme, and I've started to like reblog the CC that I use now, because a lot of you guys have been asking me, hey, where do you guys get your CC and stuff like that. And I did a CC hacks video on like how I CC shop, because I CC shop probably a little bit different, I think, than most people do. Like, I think some people like really just wait until a certain point and just kind of like download it all at once with you guys. But like, I like to look weekly on this like master post tag and just like download it, and then when I feel like it's time to like put it in my game, I'll put it in my game. But yeah, I'll show you like my page a little bit later at the end if you have time. But the first thing I'm gonna go into is a mod, and it is the MC Commander mod. Now, I can't like really spend so much time talking about this, just for the fact that there is so much that you can do with this mod, that it's like, it is honestly like could like take honestly an entire video just to do, because there's like a relationship panels, like you can you know, like create relationships in game a lot faster by just like a click of the button. Career levels, skills, anything like that. It is like such a great like mod. Like, I really recommend it, especially too if you're like into like storytelling and setting up stories like before you begin playing and stuff like that. Whether you do LPs or not, I do think this is like probably like the best mod there is out there, just because it is so good and it controls everything, and it just makes life so much easier. If you guys would like kind of like an in-depth like thing about like what you could do with this mod, maybe I will at some point. But yeah, I really recommend this if you're into setting up storylines and stuff like that, because it makes it so much easier, and it has so many different options that like you wouldn't even think of. And the next one I'm gonna go into is a mod for Kaz. So I have quite a few Kaz mods, and this is kind of like more of a game affecting mod and not necessarily Kaz, but the rest of them are for Kaz. And it is the More Columns mod, and I believe with this you can do 3 or 4 columns. I have 3, yeah, 3 or 4. And this just basically makes it easier to see in game with like if you have a lot of CC and stuff like that. It just makes it so much easier. I personally have 3 in my game, but yeah, you could have 4, but I think note to have 4. I think it says that like might be cut off or something like that if you don't have a certain resolution or something like that. So I've never tried 4 and stuff like that. I do have my game specs on pretty high, or like medium to high, so I think I could handle it. But I just tend to stick with 3, just for the sheer fact that if I ever got rid of this mod, it wouldn't be so weird just go back to 2. But that's just me. Yeah, and I just really recommend this. And one thing to note too is if you're a person that has never used CC before and you download this mod and you're wondering, hey, why is like my like the little preset things like maybe like out of like place or something like that, like why are they like slightly off center and stuff like that, note that is a Sims mod, like an EA problem, not like a mod problem, because I've had that issue even before I started using this and then using that mod. It is really frustrating. But yeah, don't be alarmed if you see that and you're new to The Sims 4. That's just an overall glitch that happens to, I guess, a lot of us. But yes, I really recommend this. So much easier to look at and so much easier to scroll through. It takes a lot less time. And then the next one I have is custom Kaz backgrounds. Now, I guess some of you may be sitting there wondering that don't do edits and stuff like that. Maybe wondering like, why the heck do I need this? Like, why is this important? I don't need this. But trust me, you do. And why do you? Because it makes it so much more easier to edit. So okay, if you're a person that doesn't do edits and you're not interested in doing edits and stuff like this may not be as exciting to you, I guess, as somebody who does edit their Sims and stuff like that. But regardless, you can get like really fun CAS backgrounds and stuff like that. Like, I've even seen ones that like replace the backgrounds with like a bedroom and stuff like that, or ones that like resembled Sims 2 the Sims 2 background, CAS background. But like, yeah, you can go and look for those too. But this one's a very, very basic one and stuff like that that is like more used for just like editing things. I have the plain white one right now, but I would love to find one that's like more like gray, you know. I don't want one that's completely black, but I don't want one that's completely white. Like, somewhere in the middle for me would be really, really nice. And it just makes it a ton easier to like cut your Sims out in Photoshop or Paint.net or GIMP or whatever you use and stuff like that. Like, before, I was like, psh, I don't need this, and I would just have like the blue one and stuff like that, the one that like EA has, and it was just, it like really does make a difference, because like the edges would be like slightly blue-ish or green like around the Sims and stuff like that, and even after I cut it out, I would have to go with my eraser tool and go around and erase it to make it look like more even. But like now, I recently just did an edit with this, and it made a world of difference. It spent a ton of less time editing because of that, and yeah, I really recommend you getting this. Even if you're like, why do I need this? Trust me, you do. You need it. And the next thing I'm gonna go and tell you guys about is something that actually does kind of correspond to like the CAS backgrounds. It's CAS lighting overhaul. Okay, now this is a thing that some of you may be wondering, that like, again, that have not done edits and stuff like that. You're like wondering like, what's the big difference between like EA's lighting and like the rest of these and stuff like that? Because like the only one that like truly, I guess, stands out is the overexposed one. But like, I guess the rest of them, you're being like, what's the difference between all these other lightings and stuff like that? But trust me, this picture does not do it justice. It really does make a world of difference in like CAS mode and stuff like that. It like, I can't even explain it, because like, it just makes Sims look better. And for example, like, there are sometimes like really, really fine lines like on Sims, and like if there will be like a young adult and they'll have like this like cheek crease that will like sometimes like make your Sim look older than they are and stuff like that. But in like in live mode and stuff like that, it doesn't like appear and stuff. So this mod kind of like gets rid of that, and it kind of just like smooths out all these like blinds and just makes Sims look a lot better, like they would, for example, like in a render that they put in, like, and they show us like on Twitter and stuff like that. So I really, really appreciate like this like mod and stuff like that. I actually was one of the people too that when I first seen this, I think it was from Urban Sims, that I was like, why do you need this and stuff like that. But I really didn't get it until I used it myself and started like editing and stuff like that. But even if you don't do edits or do YouTube or whatever, you still should get this, just because it just makes it a lot prettier in CAS. Just like the look at it, just makes it so much nicer. And yeah, I like the lighting a lot better too, because like this post says, it just doesn't have like these like bluey and green undertones to like your Sim's face and stuff like that. And I really, really like this. I'm really, really happy with this. Even if you're a person that like doesn't do edits and you're like, oh, I don't really want a CAS background, you should at least get this, because it does make like Sims look a lot prettier. And this is another like, I guess, custom content piece that I have, because I think the rest of them are custom content pieces, but they're like basic ones that I feel like everyone needs in their game. Like, even if you're a person that doesn't really use any CC, like, you should really get this piece of CC, because it, like, I don't know, like, it looks just like EA skin, but better. It just like has this thing to it, like, it just smooth out like EA's like kind of like skin like a little bit, but like makes it still look realistic. For example, like if you have an elder, they still will have like like fine lines and stuff like that, but they just don't look like a dried up prune. You know what I mean? Like, it shows aging. It doesn't cover up the like the little skin tones that EA has. Like, you know how some skin tones will have like their own skin tones and they'll like mask the EA's? Like, this doesn't do that. It matches it. It looks exactly like EA's skin tone does, but just like an improved version. I personally have the original version of this, the original Ooze Smooth, and it was like in the skin details, but this one is a default version, I'm pretty sure, and I'm pretty sure this user does not have a like a skin details version. But even so, you should just get this just because this skin is amazing. You can even use it on townies and it won't make them look like a completely different person. Like, it is so like light and gentle, but yet it just makes it just like so much better. If you don't use any skins at all, or you don't use CC, like I've said, I really strongly recommend you at least putting this one in your game, because it does make a ton of difference. Because out of all my CC skins and stuff like that, I could probably say that this is probably the only one I use that like I never ever get bored of, and it looks great on every single sim. It truly does. Whether your sim has light skin or dark skin, male or female, it looks great on. And the next one is another skin. Now, I really like this skin. This skin is mainly primarily for females, and I think they have a toddler version too. I don't think they have a male version. Do they have a male version? I don't remember. But this skin is so pretty. Like, it is so pretty. It looks really great on a lot of females. It has more of a like clayish kind of texture. It does correspond to EA skin tones, which is something I like, but this one has more of a like fashion-y kind of vibe to it. Like, you just kind of have to like go ahead and put in game just to see. But this is like one of my second favorite ones too for a lot of females that I use. It looks so pretty and has like soft highlight on it and stuff like that, without it being like too ridiculous, like she's wearing makeup when she's not, kind of thing. And yeah, I really I really like it. Oh, it says it is available for both genders. Okay, maybe I just didn't realize that. I don't know. Like I said, like I primarily use this skin in this and for most of my males, so yeah, but they do have it in both genders too, which is nice if you were looking for that. And yeah, I'd recommend you guys going and downloading this too, because this one is another one of my favorites. I really recommend. It is so pretty. It makes your sims look so nice. I am pretty sure I have even used it on my sim for my series, my LP and stuff like that, my main sim. I've used it on her and stuff like that. If you guys were wondering, she's wearing that skin, the one with the curly hair. I know it's so sad, I can't even think of her name right now, but guys, I am like so sick right now. I know some of you may not know that, but I am so sick when I am like doing this, so excuse me if I kind of forget things or if I sound a little jumbled in my words. It's because I'm sick. And yeah, with that said, we are moving on to eyes. Okay, so this is a question that I have gotten popped up quite a few times, and a lot of you ask me, what are your eyes? Like, what CC eyes do you use? And I use it from this person right here. I can't really say her name. I think her name is Avery or Aviara. I don't know. But yeah, I use these eyes. Now, I have to be honest with you guys. I'm not sure which version of the eyes I use. I'm pretty sure I probably have 8 and 3 maybe, or like 8, 9, or 11, or 15. I don't know, but I use either some of these that like look like really more Maxis Match ones. I don't have like the ones that look really kind of realistic. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I have 8, I really am, and I think I have 3, but I may be wrong. It's either one of these two and like one of these at the bottom. And these eyes are so pretty, and something I really like about them too is that when you put them in game, they do not override EA's preset eyes, and I love that. If there's one thing I don't like, is I don't really like using presets like all that much. Like, I mean, not presets, I mean like defaults, because a lot of them like will override EA's like kind of like you know, like original default, and I hate that. But these just kind of like add on to it, because as you guys know, I like to like make sims with no CC or go vanilla sometimes, and I like the option of having both, and these do that. I think you can have the option to override it if you really wanted to, or have them in like paint mode, like extra paint mode or something like that, if you wanted to have that. So that's it is available. She has more CC too, but I find her eyes to be extremely gorgeous, and they're really nice too. They still look like, okay, like the ones that like were obviously made to look more Maxis Match look great in game, because I am slightly picky with my eyes. I don't like eyes like that are too realistic. Like, these are beautiful, but they just don't suit my like aesthetic for my game. So I really recommend you guys going and checking them out. Something really sad about her is I think that she doesn't like do CC anymore, but like she still has her CC up on here. So yeah, I really do recommend for you guys going and checking out. Like, look at these vampires, that's pretty cool. I maybe have to check those out in the future. And the next thing too I have is 3D lashes. Now, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys know about these, but some of you guys that like don't, let me tell you, they will rock your world. They have short versions, they have long versions, they have curled, they have uncurled. The one thing I would really recommend you guys doing is use the accessory versions of these. Please do not download the skin detailed versions ones, because a lot of, they will like have like a glitch like with a lot of like clothing items, because I download that version once too, thinking that might be nice because you don't have to put them on every single time. But trust me, it is not worth it, because a lot of clothing items will just like glitch out. Like, I think they showed a picture of how they like glitch, like they'll just like look like clumpy mascara like that. And yeah, I really recommend these. Like, these are so great. A lot of people use these. I think these are like the only piece of like eyelashes I think I know around that like everybody uses, and they are so great. One thing I am slightly disappointed that EA does not have is that they don't have like real eyelashes. Like, even like their eyelashes now would be okay as long as they were like separated, you know what I mean? Like, I still like the cartoony eyelashes, but they just look more like 3D mascara to me. And yeah, these are like all the CCs and like basic mods I have for you guys today. If you guys want to see like my Tumblr page and stuff like that, it will be in the description below. But yeah, I do download my CC now and stuff like that. Maybe at some point too I can like show you some CC that I'm gonna download and stuff like that. I do not absolutely download every single thing for my page. Sometimes I change my mind and be like, oh, this is cool looking, but I'm not gonna download it. But these are at least CC that I like, and I would download in my game and stuff like that. I am slightly picky because I don't like to have so much CC taking up my entire game and stuff like that, but I do love CC. I'm a CC-aholic, and yeah, I hope you guys like the new design to my page as well. I wanted to make it slightly more cohesive to like, I guess like my brand or my like theme for my YouTube and stuff like that, and I didn't want the colors to be too bright either, so I hope it's okay for you guys to see and you guys will like that. I will have all of the like the like I can't think of it now, the list for like the mods and create some items like listed down below. I know this list is like out of like order, like it's not like lined up, but it's okay, I'll fix it in the end. That was just for me, just so I can like remember to put this in the description below later. But yes, all of these links will be there, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this. Please comment, rate, and subscribe, and check out my other social media below. Also too, I do have a blog as well, like not just my Tumblr blog, like my CC blog, but an actual blog. I do posts of like video updates, as well as just things I like to write and things that I like to post about other than The Sims. So you guys should totally go and check that out. Thank you all for watching this, and I will speak to you soon. Bye bye bye. Thank you.